me with an audience. I feel like somebody now.
You're famous.
Right? Look, I'm trying. I feel internet famous.
I mean, I think you kind of are.
I appreciate it.
I don't even like need to feel internet.
I should just accept it. Okay, my mom says that.
Yeah.
It's been good. Like sometimes we get people that see me and they kind of give a look and they go. And then I'm looking like, and then it's me. Well, thank you. It's a little fun.
I feel like I get more credit now with my friend group by like
Yes.
having been in your
Yes.
So
You are somebody.
thank you. I am somebody. Like you made me somebody today. Changing lives every day.
I'm who I am. One day I'll get to overstand this. People will fry my person. They'll be like, then I'll be like, oh my goodness. And I just like randomly pull out a test.
So once you can get on the test, like you gotta go.
Right. First of all, I'm not giving everybody a that's you. No. I give everybody a love shot. Open them things that okay, you give everybody a car. You don't know what you see the text on. They go home like, yo, poor devil.
Thank you. Right. I love that. Like when they be giving people new houses and like.
Does she want to be
I was broke before the house.
Right.
It's nice.
But I can't afford this. Exactly. And then, hey, it's time to really start. My fault. What's going on, everybody? No, don't feel bad. I'm here with my live audience, and it's so good to have people here. I appreciate you guys coming. This is our first live show, so if you randomly see like a bobby head in the back, don't even worry about those technical difficulties. This is the part where I can say thank you. Thank you to the people that came. Thank you to the people that are watching. Mama, this for you, girl. You held me down, and I appreciate it. No, but seriously, I really just want to shout out Issa and say thanks for that, because 50 episodes ago, this was just a random conversation and a random occurrence. And then one day it was like, hey, we should do this for real. So I appreciate it because it's real now, and here I am on number 50. Well, we can really get started with the show today because there have been some shenanigans this week, and I've got some things for you guys. So welcome back to this week's Let Leslie Tell It. You guys. Silent. No, don't feel bad. Oh, okay. Hey, I'm back. So, first things first, Papa Knowles is a maniac. And I heard the On the Run tour was going really, really well, but clearly Papa Knowles is on the prowl. I'm not understanding how he decided to leave Mama Tina and her house of Darien for the next new booty and apple bottom jeans and boots with the fur. That's hella traitorous. Like, your woman has her own clothing line, but you out here with these hoes that don't know rocket. It's kind of fucked up, but it's cool. I'm just really wondering who is chasing after Papa Knowles. I don't know what I would do to be on Granddad Ping. It's not really my thing. He must have hella game though, because he's getting it. But this also explains to me what might be wrong with Solange and why she's dating old men, because all her friends are dating her daddy. What? Maybe she's seen it done once or twice before and she thought it was cool. Don't do it, girl. Let it go. Nonetheless, I hope he can stop popping out these babies, because after building the robot that is Beyonce, he might decide that he wants to make a Waltons group and it'll just be all these little no's in the background dancing, and nobody wants to see that. Two is enough. Thanks, Boo. But he's not the only baby daddy out here tripping. We have Sherry Shepherd's baby daddy. And I know she's just wondering, where do broken hearts go in this day and age? Her baby daddies are cutting up. Can you imagine what it would be like for somebody to serve you with divorce papers as you were getting ready to go into a meeting and give a presentation at your job? It would be real foul, right? Well, you can know that Sherry Shepherd's ex-boo decided to do just that thing to her at this week's Essence Fest when he rolled up to her just as she was getting ready to do a set and handed her the divorce papers. If that's not some, I don't know what is. Okay. I'm just wondering, where's Ruben Studdard to be sorry for 2014? Because even 10 years later, it's still raggedy out here in these streets. I'm thinking that maybe Sherry should go on a man hiatus though, because these choices that she's been making in the past, they're not working for her. Sherry, I hope you can get your money right, because I know them legal troubles is getting to you. But enough about raggedy daddies. Now we can talk about daddies going to jail. Damn. Light skin is back in prison. Y'all know Apollo got 8 years. Child, I can only think about the mama, the kids. What do you do with that? How does it make you feel when you're a lawyer and you're watching your man go to the slammer again? I'm positive at this point that Phaedra's probably rethinking what she thought was gold in the Bay Olympics. Because Apollo is fine, but now those abs of Zeus, honey, they're not for you. They're going right back to the men in orange. They're going to be on your new black in jail. But he's not the only daddy going to jail, not the only ice skin. There's Ray Nagin, who also got 8 years this week after all the crap that he pulled with New Orleans. Can you imagine? Your constituency is going through hell and high water, literally, but you're in the back going on vacations and taking free stuff for your family business. I don't know if that's cool, Ray. What is with the black mayors, too? First it was Kwame in Detroit, now you got Ray in New Orleans. Shit is real fucked up out here in these streets. Black folks got to stop doing people wrong, okay? Hold on to your people. But I'm done talking about jailbirds and poo daddies. Now I'm going to talk about Latin mommies and their new tenderonis. Y'all heard Eva Mendes and Ryan Gosling are having a baby. I just have so many questions. First of all, how are the Latin mamas doing it? What are they really putting in the enchiladas? If it's not J-Ho with a new dancer, now it's Eva having babies with a little musketeer. Sure, how come I didn't get what? I'm just really wondering, like, what are we going to do now that we don't have Justin and we don't have Ryan? There are no more little mice for anyone. Now they've gone and been with someone else. And we were all so hopeful that one day they would get a black girl. Just hope for us. But thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Justin, for all those years. And I guess all I can say now is congrats to these people and their new little bambino. Finally, oh Lord, the couple that we all love to hate, Jocelyn and Stevie. Supposedly they broke up because it was heard that Jocelyn was cheating on Jocelyn was cheating on Stevie with Rick Ross. But I just want to know, was this before the weight loss or after? Because, 100 pounds can change a nigga. Let's be real. But did she boss up and get like a franchise for doing this? Or did she just get wings and a freeze cut? Because that's pretty much all that Jocelyn is worth at this point. Especially after we heard the tweets and they went off talking about Jocelyn was sleeping with everybody from Nelly, even down to the driver at the White House. Which leads me to this. When did Jocelyn and Stevie go to the White House? And if they get invited to go to the White House, then I need to be at Sunday dinner with the Obamas. Because clearly they don't mind whoever they bring over as a guest. Nonetheless, I'm sure they ended up back together because there was an IG video later talking about they rekindled and whatnot. And at this point, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Nobody cares. Okay? Hopefully, they can work all their little drama out before Stevie goes to jail again or Jocelyn decides that she wants to get more plastic surgery and becomes unrecognizable at this point. Anywho. But that's all I have for you guys this week. However, because I've got an audience of people here with me, we're going to talk about some other things that may just come up. And don't forget to tweet and use the hashtag LLTILive if you want to ask me any questions and hear my thoughts on it, or you just want to tell me how cute I look. I appreciate that too. Thank you.
They want to hear about that LeBron Cavaliers.
Y'all. Okay. So tell me, what do you think?
Well, we was talking about it, right?
We were talking about
it. I'm not really sure I understand what's happening.
I can tell you exactly what's happening. Y'all want to know what's happening? Okay, first of all, anybody who follows me or knows me like in real life, y'all know how I feel about Libro, the 2-ring Negro. Okay, he finally got his rings, and now he's just so proud of himself. He just wants to do anything. So if anybody's been looking at the context clues, you knew that LeBron was going to leave in the first place. Who really should be feeling stupid? Not us, but Dwayne. Okay? Dwayne, that's not your real friend, G. You passed up on $40 million for that fool to go back home to his mama's house. But y'all knew he was going to do that, right? His woman is pregnant, his wife is expecting, so they're having another baby, and so she wants to be at home with her family, her little friends. So LeBron just had to leave Miami. But the thing about it is, it's like every time LeBron does something, are we going to make this whole big ordeal about it? It's going to put LeBron on TV every time he makes a decision. Like, at this point, we're going to be going to Costco with LeBron, and it's going to be the decision about what tissues he gets. I don't really give a shit, to be honest with you. I just want LeBron to go play, and now that, he has Kyrie Irving, that was him, we're going to see what he can do for Cleveland. I just wonder if anybody is going to go buy some more jerseys, since they all burnt them last time. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, if I was Dwayne Wade, I would feel some type of way.
Yeah. Tell me what you think about Benzino and Althea getting engaged.
Oh, okay, first of all, right. Althea, right.
Beyonce.
Right, his fiance. I've been done with Benzino since he was shot Oh, okay, I had to take a selfie in the hospital on the way to the Like, duh, if you're really hurt, your shoulder's down for the count. Like, why are you taking selfies? But first, a selfie. Like, no. Him getting engaged, after all that advice he's given on his little couch with that little no neck, I'm intrigued, you know, but his caliber of women, we can't really trust him anyway. I mean, he dated Carly Red. Let's be honest about the situation. We'll just see, you know, what happens with this. And I don't know if I want to marry Benzino. You couldn't hiss on his neck. You would be like hissing on his chin. You don't really have one. But, you know, congrats to y'all. Yeah, I wouldn't go to that wedding. It's probably going to be real whack and only serve malt liquor.
Okay, Crazy Baby Mamas wants to know, let's talk about Bobby Brown leaving New Edition.
Bobby, first of all, we're talking about Bobby Brown's decision making. Okay, let's address that. I mean, where else is Bobby going to go? Because I don't think anybody is calling Bobby to do shows. The only show he's going to get is if he's with New Edition. And we're still watching Bobby grind and try to air thrust. You know, we're all waiting for his kneecap to go out. So if he leaves New Edition, that's bad for Bobby. And you know he gets arrested a lot. So it would be my idea that you would keep the little bit of income you have. You know, Bobby, stay on stage, boo. Yeah.
Okay, so Yasmin wants to talk about the Emmy nomination.
Okay, let's do it.
Orange is the New Black is nominated, I believe, for 12.
Yes, they got a lot.
Categories. Let's talk about that.
All right, so, you know, Netflix has done really well for themselves. You know, I am a Netflix watcher. It's pretty, you know, I'm avid.
Yeah.
I've got some audience members that are kind of like, I don't really know. What you think?
Like, it's not that I don't know. Like,
okay.
If somebody's willing to share their password with me, like, help me.
Okay. I need a password. Password I'll set.
Exactly. Like,
right.
So I can join it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna donate $8 to you, so you can at least have 2 months. You get the first month free. The second one you be gone. But okay. Right, you made it. Mama, you made it. I'm not just saving these lives, y'all. All of Netflix. No, so really, okay, it's amazing to see that a show that all comes out at one time, you know, is getting Emmy nominations. That's so different in TV. You know, normally we have to like wait till the next week, but now you can control how you feel. So it's just good to see a show like about all these women, you know what I mean, all these different kinds of women, and to be nominated for that, and especially Laverne. Shout out to you for, you know, doing what you wanted to do, making this world your own, and now you even being awarded for it. I think that's what's up. Orange is the New Black was really bombed this season. B was a bitch. Ooh. Okay.
Let's talk about Trey Songz's #1 album, Trigger.
Right.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, so the thing about Trey Songz is typically he sounds like a Billy Goat.
Yeah.
He's always like, you know, it's always just a lot of kind of a lot. So I'm gonna take y'all a little story. Story time, pull up your carpet. No. So I was at our homecoming, shout out to HU, and Trey was in the building. Okay, and so they were like, Trey, you gotta do a live song. And I was like, oh no. This is gonna go one of two ways. This is really gonna be bomb, or this voice is gonna be ladled with Hennessy and it's gonna be What do y'all think it was?
Hennessy.
So I didn't know how I feel about Trigger. You know, Trigger is everybody's nigga, but he's not always mine. The album is cool. You know, it's very like Trey. Like, you know, you created sex and we're so grateful. I don't believe you, Trey. First of all, that bird chest is a little underdone. It needs to go back in the oven. The album is probably gonna be good. If y'all want to turn it on, it might be some baby making to that. I don't know if I would feel it though.
Okay, so word around town, Drake and Chris Breezy in the studio together.
Yeah, they friends.
Spill the tea. Spill the tea.
I mean, friends.
Listen. So the thing about it, right, with the girlfriend, I love Chris Brown. Okay, I love him even through all his woes. He done has some woes, y'all. And clearly Drake doesn't even believe his own hype because new friend. Interesting. I don't know how you could be friends with somebody that blatantly told you that they had your girl. Like time and time again, that's your boy. Like I don't know about that. They're not real friends though, but like they say, keep your enemies a little closer to you than you do your friends. So we'll see how this turns out. I just hope they don't go to the club and like, you know, start throwing bottles at one another again. That was real childish. And you know, at this point Drake will probably cry. So yes. More, get back. I'm sorry. I got like everybody with.
Okay, can we just talk about Robin Thicke not doing well with Paula, the album sale? Do you think it's because he's trying to get her back so bad?
Listen, at this point, honestly, I just want to do this for Robin. Well, appreciate it, baby. Sit down. Tell me about your problems. Because, like I said, if you follow me on Twitter, you know I said this. If you are a singing ass dude, your singing doesn't impress your woman because she's been your woman for so long. You know, she's heard you sing to her. Like, you like singing in the morning, like, baby, you know, so it doesn't really matter. So at this point, Paula's just sitting at home, probably with her little wine, and just like, what is Robin doing? Singing to me again? It doesn't matter. And the reason nobody bought the album is because it's the same thing at every award show he's been to for the past 3 months. Paula, come home. Listen, Stanky, you should have thought about that before you were driving Miley Cyrus on TV. Mm-hmm. Like, it's mad dudes out here. You know what I mean? Like, trying to get with your boo, and you cutting up in the street. You can't do that. And then you want us to get on your bandwagon and help you get your boo back. No, Robin, I'm not with it. And you got to stop that whining too. Because at this point, you've dug yourself into that hole. Go ahead and get on in it and take that album with you because it's going to be buried. We don't know.
Okay, Aaron Thorne wants to know about Azalea Banks. Is her career going down the drain?
What career? She has made a career of getting on my nerves. Like, you cannot have 3 good songs, and that's generous. Okay, and then decide that you want to talk about everyone all the time. You cannot have beef if you don't have anything to support it. You don't have any buns, boo, and that's hits. You're weak. It's nothing to Azalea, boo. You can just go ahead and throw that little album away or use it as a coaster. Because she is really whack. And if all she can do is talk about people, whether it is Tiny, whether it is Iggy, or whether it is her cousin Pookie, she needs to find something else to do. She tires. For real. Oh. Ooh, Lord Jesus. No, but I don't know. There's just something is going on with these celebrities.
Like Stacey Dash turning into a white woman.
Yeah, Stacey Dash. First of all, I don't know if she really turned into a white woman. I mean, we all have to remember that we got introduced to her on Clueless, where she was Cher's best friend and technically the best Oreo ever. So she's always just been herself. Now she's just old ass Oreo and just trying to get back to her roots. My thing is that you see that when you turn your back on black, it starts to crack because she looking old these days. Mm-hmm. And before she wasn't. Her armpits is looking a little hollowed out. That little skin starting to sting. She might want to get a little more rock oil on that hair because it's looking a little greasy. Mm-hmm. You know, she just started to look real bad, and that's because she's talking mess. If you're going to talk about it, then you got to be about something. She's one of those kind that you just want to say, just be pretty, baby. Just be pretty. And I don't know if you can count on that anymore.
Mm. So our girl, our crazy baby mama, wants to know about, speaking of Stacey Dash, the comment she made about Yeezy, Kanye West, being raped by the paparazzi.
Okay. So this is what we'll do. We're going to give that the side eye of the week. Okay? Let's just talk about something. Here's the thing with like rape. It's certain things that are just not comparable and good for you to use in everyday conversation. Things like rape. Things like slavery. Like, you know, you just can't be like, oh my goodness, 12 years a slave at my job. You have a job. Like, so you can't be Kanye. You got millions, and you're like, oh, the paparazzi's raping me. No, Kanye. They're taking your picture. Like, you have to calm down. And at this point, I don't even know why we're taking his picture anymore. I wouldn't even want his picture. I'm overseeing him and his girlfriend, Kim. I'm just gonna be doing the same thing all the time. You know, the best thing that came out of them getting together is that little baby Nori, and we should all just take a moment of silence and pray, because honey, that's a family. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine being that baby in that family with that daddy and that mama?
She never smiles.
Would you smile? Listen, somebody just said she never smiles. That baby never smiles because look at her parents. I wouldn't smile either. It's a sad day. All she has is money. She just rich. Actually, that might make my ass smile now. No, I don't. No, you can't say that you're being raped by anything if you're not actually raped. That's just, it's such a poor choice of words. There's so many others. I got more. Tweets. Send up.
Rosie O'Donnell being back on The View.
Okay, here we go. So I was just talking to somebody about this yesterday. This is so funny. So the thing that made me like stop watching The View was Elizabeth Hasselbeck. Okay, I like hate her. She's just such a puppet. She was formed into being this, you know, like I'm a staunch Republican and I hate all things liberal. So
she's horrible.
She's horrible. She's horrendous. And so her talking all this smack about Rosie. Rosie was really good on that show when it first came out. If anybody remembers, I mean, it's been on for ages. You know, probably as long as Baltimore Roberts has been alive. Mm-hmm. And at this point, you know, we know their view. We really do. They, you know, they need some new people. We need some new folks. I think Rosie coming back is just a little more controversy. But you know, she's coming back because what's her name? Sherry is leaving. So you know, that's why she's coming back. So there's space for her now. But you know how it goes. You know, sometimes people just always gonna have something to say about you. I've always been a Rosie O'Donnell fan. She's funny to me. I enjoy her. Good times. Who's next? Y'all send me some tweets. Hashtags LLTI live. It's so fun to like be with people and actually have an audience. There's people laughing in the back. It makes me feel good.
So, let's talk about Khloe Kardashian and French Montana.
Oh,
Vegas.
Okay.
I don't want them to be together.
You know, okay, I got people shouting in the field. They don't want them to be together. You know, why not? Are you a French fan? You want French?
Never.
Okay, no, she doesn't want French.
But French has a whole wife too.
French has a whole ass wife. By the way, like not a half a wife, a whole ass wife.
Yes,
Yes.
still married.
Still.
A baby has a baby.
Right.
Cute girl.
Well, at least she knows that her man has another family on the side. Like, you know, it's just out there. And she's not hiding it. I don't know. The thing I feel about Khloe, I love Khloe. She's probably like, you know, my Kardashian list goes Kourtney, Khloe, and then Kris, because she just, you know, and you got to roll with that business savvy. But Khloe and French, I think that Khloe right now is just at this stage where she's trying to figure out what she wants to do. I think that sometimes, you know, if there's not Rob to throw everything on, then they can throw everything on Khloe. But that's because Khloe's loud, she's outspoken, and she's going to say whatever it is that she wants to say. Everybody's just going to have to deal with it. And so that's how she is about dating French. I think she's dating him because it's like, listen, I wanted a gangsta boo. My ex-husband was a crackhead.
Right.
You know, this is all I can do. And so now she's out in Vegas partying it up, doing whatever it is that she can. You know, it's whatever. We'll see how long it'll last.
Kiana Harris wants to know.
Kiana!
Yaya DaCosta being cast as Whitney.
Okay, so, you know, this is hard for me because Whitney was like, you know, Auntie Nippy to me in my head. Y'all, I really cried for like 4 days when she died. I'm actually still sad. So Yaya becoming Whitney, playing Whitney. This is the thing. Yaya left a bad taste in my mouth when she was on America's Next Top Model because she was a little stank.
Yeah.
You know, she was a little stank. But listen, stank gets you far sometimes. Stank will get you far. So I think that she stanked her way to the top. You know, she's gonna do good. The picture that we all saw, she definitely looks like her. I think they could have fluffed her wig a little more. It was a little shabby on the rest of that. But she looked good. I just wonder if she really gonna be singing or are they gonna dub the voice? Because everybody is now Whitney. So, you know, the thing is we do all these biopics about stars, but then we don't really get any singers because we're only worried about the acting. You know, don't you want to know who's going to sing? And we all know, we done heard the covers, we done seen people on every singing show ever. Nobody does Whitney like Whitney. So
maybe that's why they should dub it.
Right, they should, right, and they definitely should. But the question would be, you know, you would do really something if you could sing like her. If you could come in and, you know, sing and act it, you know, the real question is who's going to play Bobby? Well, shit, Bobby's available. He don't have a job. He can just play his damn self. You know, but he has to be older. And then who's gonna play Bobby? Christina? You know, can they make that gap again? That was like once in a lifetime. I don't know. So we'll see. I'll see how she does. I'm a little nervous. I'll be honest with you, guys. I love Whitney. Miss got more for me.
Oh, Miss Shanice. She said, "How do you feel about Zendaya dropping out of the Aaliyah biopic?"
I'm just gonna turn my back. Cause, okay, Chinese, this was the thing. We did this whole ordeal about Zendaya being in the movie in the first place. I mean, we had to go through Homegirl on 106 in Park pretending like she was supposed to have the role the whole time, to Zendaya not having it, and then all of a sudden you finally get to go, movie's gonna be made, you get to talk about Aaliyah. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. But now you wanna drop out because you feel like it's not in your best interest. What? So why did you waste our time? Why did you even audition if you knew the movie wasn't going to come together? The family didn't ever want it made, but you accepted the role, and now all of a sudden you're feeling bad. Going back to the Disney Channel or Nickelodeon or whatever it is, and whoever's trying to make this movie, they got to let it go too. Because at this point, I think we're all kind of over it. Yeah. You know, are we over it? Yeah, I guess they're over it. Nobody cares. Yeah. We'll do an IG video, 15 seconds, whole career.
So Miss Shanice also wants to know, are you going to the On the Run tour? Are you running away from it?
Now, Shanice, go and cut it out. You know I'm not going to that. Okay, first of all, Beyonce want all my rent money just to see her little shaking little ass on the stage. I don't care. I don't know what she's going to do different. She just got off tour last week. doing Mrs. Carter, didn't she? Like, it was the same songs. We done seen Jay-Z be on tour. He was just doing Watch the Throne. He just did something else. Honestly, all of these tours might be because, is the money looking a little shaky over there at your club residence? I don't know why we're doing all these tours. We just saw y'all. I think we should take a break from them. And they should probably have another baby because Blue is probably bored. Honestly, because I'm bored of them. So I can just imagine, if she was their kid. She's like, okay, it's fine. So no, girl, I'm not going today.
So your Yaya can post a little biopic.
Yes.
Got people talking about a Luther biopic.
Luna!
Actors.
Okay, who?
Yeah,
Who?
like, they said Big Boy. They said.
That's all right. Okay.
Derek Luke.
Oh. Okay. First of all, y'all, I am so sad. We don't have anybody anymore. Dave Brown dead, Luther gone. Huh. Okay. No, really, Luther. Okay, Big Boy, shut up. Big Boy is not gonna play Luther. What are y'all talking about? But Derek Luke could play Luther. He kind of sexy, and he, when he grow his little flat top, he could get Luther in the 80s when he was wearing shiny suits and, who into the hoes. No. Jaheim, listen, Jaheim does hood R&B.
Right.
Jaheim is for hood mamas and, 40-year-old mamas who aren't comfortable with the word like pussy in songs. Because that's what Trigger is talking about. Mm-hmm. So Jaheim will say things like, yo, garden, I love it, and then throw a ooh, and your mama will love it. Because it's like, reminiscent of the old days. But no, he can't play Luther. Honestly, Derek Luke can play Luther, but again, y'all know who's going to sing. Mm-hmm. Are we going to dub Luther, or, I don't know.
And Big Luther versus Little Luther.
Right, you're right. Yeah. Somebody here said Big Luther versus Little Luther. That's a good question. So Derek Luke could play Little Luther. But who will play Big Luther?
Somebody said Ruben Studdard.
Ruben Studdard, he don't have no job. You're right. He not doing anything. And he did lose a little weight, but it's enough that he can still play Big Luther. Y'all right. Okay, and he can sing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He could just sing the whole thing. He could do the soundtrack, and then we could have Derek Luke. Yeah, I could roll with that. Ruben could work it out. Who else y'all have in mind? I don't know. Okay, here's the real question. What's a biopic that you all would want to see made of an artist that's gone now? We have Andre 3000 is doing Jimi Hendrix. Don Cheadle is doing Miles Davis. We have
the chick from
the James Brown movie is coming out. So we have those things. Who would you all want to see? Now we got Whitney. I don't know who else I would want to see.
Well, let's talk about Nick Cannon in the Richard Pryor biopic.
Okay. So the thing is, people sleep on Nick Cannon. Honestly, Nick is bald. He's a cornball for sure. Like, just cornball to the teeth. But him doing Richard Pryor, I think could be believable, and it actually might give him a little bit more street cred. Because, Richard was a potty mouth son of a son. He would say anything that came to his mouth. And I think right now people just kind of associate Nick with always being like little Nick from all of that. Uh-huh. And then just being Nickelodeon Nick. They don't realize Nick is almost 40.
Yeah.
Nick is a grown ass man.
And he has his own business. He's pretty smart.
He's a CEO. Listen, as quiet as it's kept, I was on the inside. And Nick got it going on. Nick is paid. So I think him doing Richard Pryor would give him a little credit. I think it would work for his career. If he did it well, or, all the jokes would fall flat and then it was like,
and he's also helping with, drumline too.
Yes.
They just raps.
Okay, I was just talking about somebody, about drumline, and they were saying how, it reminded them of wanting to go to HBCU and they really wanted to do it. Right, exactly. There HBCU comes in here. So drumline too could be really good. Sometimes movies about historically black colleges, they be struggling because they don't rap and spit all together. Our best thing was A Different World. We just really need Debbie Allen to make that.
Yeah.
But Nick, we'll see if you work it out. It was cool. But nonetheless, it has been a blast meeting with you guys live, and I really hope that we can do it again sometime because I love having your audience here. Cheers to you. And then thanks to everybody for tuning in, for using the hashtag LLTI Live. This was episode 50, and I can't wait to see you guys at episode 100. And maybe I'll give out a card for everybody. Okay, I probably won't. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next week, follow me everywhere at Hot Mommy. See you. Peace. Good job, guys. Thank you.
do.